do you have a primary takeaway from this game, like something you were looking for that either didn't or did meet your expectation?
I just like to see us execute our habits better. On both sides of the ball. Things that we've been working on in practice that have to our disciplines. On both sides of the ball have to get better. I wish they were further along than they were tonight. A little disappointed in that, but we'll get to work on that. It was good to see AD and Melo get out there and learn each other a little bit. Obviously, it'll be even better when Braun and Russ are out there. But another step in the right direction of getting us where we want to go.
Your thoughts on AD, not just tonight, but essentially through these last 2 weeks?
Yeah, he's getting there. I like that he wanted to play a little bit in the third quarter. We were going to just play in the first half, and he just wanted to get a little more run. Just again, rhythm and timing. Get his legs under him, worked on his body a lot in the off season. But it's different than competing in training camp and participating in practices and preseason games and all that. So. He took another step tonight.
Frank, how much more difficult is it to evaluate stuff without LeBron or Russ, just given the presence that they're going to have on both sides of the court?
Yeah, well, it's different, obviously with those guys out there, but it doesn't change what we're trying to do scheme wise, and system wise. So, some things that we have to do better, that we'll work on in practice tomorrow.
When are those guys going to play?
Haven't decided yet. But they will play some preseason games. But we haven't made that decision yet when they'll play.
If you don't know when, do you know how many games?
At least 2. Somewhere between 2 and 4. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Melo kind of moved around. How did he look physically, rhythm-wise, all that stuff?
Yeah, he moved well. He didn't have any space to go to work in the post because we didn't space appropriate. We haven't done a lot of post offense in our training camp. We're trying to open things up and play through movement more this year. So when he did get the ball down low, he didn't really have the proper space. We'll clean that up, but I thought he moved well.
Frank, you guys added DJ pretty late, relatively late in the process of building the roster. Presumably, you didn't know a player of that caliber was going to become available for that spot. Did that change force you to have to look at the center position differently, having 2 players of Dwight and DeAndre's caliber as well as AD in your hopes to get him some time at center? Did it perhaps would you have been more inclined to commit to AD at center before DeAndre became available and a part of this team?
Not necessarily. I just think you look at what's available in the buyout market, and when he came available, it became clear to us that we had an opportunity to look a lot like we did 2 years ago, with elite shot blockers and lob threats. And, but I don't think you really put together your plan of how much AD is going to play the 4 or 5 until your team is whole, and once you figure that out, then you make those decisions.
Speaking of AD at center, it seemed like he ran some point center today, kind of bringing the ball up, initiating DHOs and stuff like that. He said you gave everybody kind of the green light to push the tempo, bring the ball up, unless it's Dwight or DJ. What did you think of him sort of initiating today?
Yeah, he did that a lot last year when LeBron was out, and we learned a lot of just different options that we can go to when he brings the ball up. We want him to have the confidence to rebound and push. The biggest thing is that we want to play with pace and attack. So he has that confidence. He has that skill set to do so, and he actually did it more. When we did it last year, he was doing it more at the 4 position. He did it some at the 5, which gives us even more space. But obviously, a lot of areas we clean up.
For the second straight game, it seemed like kind of late that Chauncey Brown was able to hit a couple shots. He was able to kind of do some stuff physically. He looks sort of the part. What have you seen from him? And as you try to evaluate what to do throughout with that second two-way spot, I would assume he's a candidate.
Yeah, he's making a case. He's performing well. Obviously, he's the perimeter shooting and the defensive physical toughness. To have success in this league. So he's off to a good start for us.
Do you think physically like that sort of he kind of projects as the type of wing defender that you like?
Yeah, he's tough. I mean, he has the mindset of blowing up screens and being really physical on the glass. So he's done a good job for us in camp, and like I said, you get a guy that can shoot the ball from the perimeter and make plays off the bounce, and compete at a high level on the defensive end, you got a chance.
Kyle?
Hey, Frank. Melo, especially early in the game, really seemed to have a lot of freedom on offense to attack specific matchups, post-up guys. I'm wondering, when the team is full, do you imagine Melo's going to still have some of that same license? Does his role change with other guys around?
Yeah, it'll change slightly, but we have confidence in him. We brought him here for a reason, and if he's attacking the right matchups, he's going to have the green light. He's going to help us in that regard too. But obviously he'll be a floor spacer as well when the ball's in Russ and Braun's hands a lot. That's what we love about Melo, is he's just got that versatility.